in the situation, we were able to discuss with the Kerala Startup Mission CEO. At that time, Dr. Saji Gopinath sir was the CEO, present Digital University Vice Chancellor. He said that this is what we have to do. We should be able to bring all the stakeholders of incubations to the rural area, and we would try to develop something from that get together. Then the networking was established like that, and we were able to host that program in 2018. When we organized the program, I was so particular that all the members should feel that it's their own home. Right from first, we assembled there in Kerala Startup Mission and Kerala Innovations on Cochin, and one day program we organized there. Thereafter, we traveled a lot and came back to our college. When they reached in our college at 8 o'clock, even some of our faculty, lady faculty team members were available, and we received them with a rose flower. That's all. Then they stepped down from the bus, and they were able to, sir, welcome, madam, with a rose. We did this much. After that, we were trying. Even last week, I went to Delhi for a program, another meeting, and most of the participants said that, sir, that was an icon. That was a masterpiece program. We are not able to forget that moments. You know what output Divi, Amaljodi or Kerala ecosystem is getting? Kerala ecosystem is so good to receive the people, and we were able to coordinate that program very well, and we were able to get connection with the Department of Biotechnology, and we work. This is what just a platform only. You don't think that everything will be over through this such a wonderful event. After getting a platform, we work together with the Department of Biotechnology, otherwise BioRack, and as an output of that coordinated work, we were able to get first Bionest TBI by Department of Biotechnology's Technology Business Incubator's name is Bionest. Kerala's first Bionest we were able to establish in our college, and it was around 5 crore rupees. This is one way. In order to establish the ecosystem, you should be able to network. I quoted that example, effective networking to meet the purpose. Not beat somebody, not to compete somebody, not to get something personally. But in order to develop a entrepreneurial ecosystem in a rural area, we have an aim. Actually, our college is situated in Kanirapalli, around 100 kilometers from airport, and 45 kilometers from nearby railway station, 50 kilometers away from nearby railway station. And we have an aim, why we can't organize, set up a rural techno park in nearby our colleges, which should be a technology development center and employment generating machine. This is what our aim. Since we are working together, we are connecting everything to achieve this one. This is what one side, in order to develop the ecosystem, what we are doing. Then in opposite side, what we are doing is, in order to develop this one, we should be able to find out good innovators. To find out these good innovators, in another one side, what we are doing is, we used to send the students to different locations. This is, as I said, this is a rural area. Whenever we get time, we used to visit different farms, different plantations, different small-scale industries. Likewise, all those industries have n number of problems. We are not able to solve all these n number of problems. When we go somewhere, we will, if we get time, at least once in 2 months, 3 months, we will go for an outing after taking a duty leave. Outing means we will go to some particular location, and we will try to find out what is the problem of that particular industry. Once recently, we went to Kuttanad. You know the specialty of Kuttanad. The Kuttanad level is below sea level, since water accumulation is the biggest problem. And one pump was developed by one particular MSME industry. And they invited us. I am basically from Trivandrum. Then I would like that boat travel and all other things. They invited us, and we went there, and we traveled to a particular location with a conventional boat. And after reaching there, they said they have a pump. Even Compton Greaves tried to develop a pump which is suitable for this Kuttanad area, but they failed. And the conventional the people developed a machine that is working very well, but they find they have one problem. The problem is the shaft will be broken easily. That the life of that impeller shaft, that shaft is very small. This was the problem. So what we can do? After explaining everything, the student who was standing nearby, he said that his name is Onesimus. Sir, this is very simple problem, sir. Why we can't reduce the length of the shaft? It is very, it's exactly correct. In order to avoid the twisting force effect, we have to reduce the length of the shaft. If we are reducing the length of the shaft, we will face a problem. Then water will not come to that level of the impeller. Then why can't we attach a foot valve below that? That problem can be solved. That industry person who was the innovator and industrialist, and he said it is very good. We were a mechanism, and we went there part of outing and industrial visit. And immediately after that, they took us to Swaminathan Foundation, and we had a detailed discussion. And Swaminathan Foundation people said that if you are able to develop a solution for this problem, we will support you. And these particular students and we sit together and develop the concept and applied for different agencies, and even by from NIT Calicut itself, we were able to raise the Prayas funding. Now those students received more than 3 or 4 job opportunities. They neglected all the opportunities and they started a company, TFO Technologies. And by that Department of Science and Technology, Government of India selected as one of the prominent industry, the startup who is developing from a rural area, and they listed in this last Asadika Amrit Mahotsav. This is one small example, but I would like to conclude this one. We should be able to develop the ecosystem. That is what NIT team is doing very well, especially under the guidance of Preeti Madam. Many activities, many funding schemes, many seed funds schemes they are implementing. That is one thing. And another thing, same time as a faculty member, why we can connect these students to the ecosystem. If we are not able to connect with the faculty member, why we can go to the different small scale industries instead of going to Tata Motors. If they are able to then go to the some small workshops, I'm sure they will be able to identify the problem, and at least from the first year onwards, we can give the mindset this problem can be solved by us. This is what we are doing, and after that we are following a procedure. That procedure I will explain later. Hope that you can ask questions related to that. Thank you. Automatically, my counterpart Fasil ji is with us. He can give you a lot of insights. What the Kerala government or Kerala Startup Mission. This I am also eager to listen from you. This is what an institution is doing. Same time, what that the ecosystem enabler or ecosystem developer can give for us. That is what I would like to hear from you, Fasil ji.
Thank you, Sharit sir, very much. Now, of course, there are a lot more questions to you. Even I do have some questions, like related to the BIRAC activities and all. Because in the audience, I can see 1 or 2 people who are interested in the life science related, health science related, device development. So we will reserve the questions to a few more minutes until our dear friend Fasil ji explains about the Kerala Startup Mission. Over to Fasil.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Preeti, for having me. It's actually a great pleasure to interact students and faculties from NIT. As Preeti said, my name is Fasil. I work with the Kerala Startup Mission in different roles for last 4 years. Now, I'm actually looking after the incubation program in Kochi. We have the biggest startup facility in Kerala, not in Kerala, maybe in India. That is the biggest competition now. Every state is working on building biggest startup facility. So maybe we will have to work hardly for getting the first number. So I'm managing the incubation program here. We have 75 startups working on the program. So before, I'm moving to Kochi. Calicut is something very close to me. I was working in Calicut before Kerala Startup Mission. I was doing my entrepreneurship journey. That's also I was in Calicut and Malabar based. So I'm very thankful to Preeti ma'am for all the work you have done to promote entrepreneurship in the region. Because first time I saw Preeti ma'am in 2014 or 2015, if I remember correctly. That time, that was the one TBI has in Calicut. That was the only one TBI has in Calicut. Now in Calicut today, we have more than 5 TBIs available. Kerala Startup Mission is a government of Kerala's nodal agency now, started as a small incubator like NIT TBI. So NIT TBI is a TBI inside NIT, and similarly Kerala Startup Mission was Technopark TBI, which is the first non-academic TBI set up inside Technopark. This is all same. So then in 2014, Government of Kerala elevated Kerala Startup Mission as a state nodal agency. We started our activities, operations, schemes, and everything to a Kerala level. Uh, I have a very positive experience to share something I go about what is Kerala Startup Mission is doing for startups or student entrepreneurs. So in 2016, when I started meeting companies in Calicut in different IT parks, be it in government IT park or UL Cyber Park, two of the biggest companies I have seen was companies graduated from NIT TBI. That was something really make all of us proud that NIT TBI, Preeti, and total team has put the effort. So one company is IOSS. I think they are making more than 150 crores a year now. Another company is Newcore, that is also started by a person founder named Suhail. They are also making more than 100 crores a year. So that is a very good success story. We can all proud about NIT. So coming to the question Sherin sir asked, what are the activities Kerala Startup Mission is doing for entrepreneurs? So during the Sherin sir discussion, I was closely hearing. I was paying attention to each words. One one word I liked very much is platform. Platform is something where he was saying everyone can make use of the platform. Platform is simply is a tool. This tool is available for all colleges, all universities. But Sharin, I would say Sharin sir is a person who was able to capture all the opportunities by proactively taking all the each and every chance he has got. So to all my audience, whoever is listening my voice, I would recommend everything is a tool or a platform. You can make use of it. So NIT TBI, Kerala Startup Mission, Sherin sir or Amal Jyoti Engineering College, all of us has lot of opportunities to leverage. Lot of supports is being provided to entrepreneurship and startups now. So I'll guide you to a quick brief on how we started this entrepreneurship or student entrepreneurship thing. In 2012, there was an organization called Startup Village, which was the public-private partnership established by Government of Kerala to promote entrepreneurship. That time, lot of evangelization, lot of promotion of entrepreneurship activities has done. That time, our newspapers started covering a lot of news about startup and entrepreneurship. That has really passed a message to all people in Kerala that startup is an option. I can proudly say that many startups that time they were students. Now they have got acquired, or now they are became a big $1 million company. Recently, one of the company I saw in that time in Startup Village time 2013 2014. The company name is Agrima Infotech. They are actually developed a AI-based system where it can detect food. Recently, 3 months back, this company got acquired by Big Basket. Big Basket is one of the largest food retail startup in India. Then in 2014, Kerala Startup Mission started its operations in all Kerala level. We have also same time we started thinking about IEDCs, setting up innovation of entrepreneurship development cells inside the colleges. in 2015, when I started interacting with Kerala Startup Mission, I know that there was only 15 IEDCs in the state. In 2018, 2017, it got to 100. How it got to 100? That is an interesting story. This each college works on a very different level, right? So that time, the stress to startup or entrepreneurship was not there this much. So, but how we cracked, we approached some colleges in very early stages. We approached some colleges, but that was very few in numbers. All other colleges, now we have 350 colleges. We have set up IEDC centers. All colleges actually approached us. There was no marketing activity. There was no push from government side or nothing happened. Or many colleges, the 350 colleges, many colleges actually reached out to us, visited our office, or they called us getting number from other people, and they said, we want to set up a IEDC in our college. When we had a good number of IEDCs, the next problem came because many students has very good ideas. Many students want to do entrepreneurship. So the problem is lack of funds. That time we used to give 2 lakh fund to every college, but that was not sufficient. This 2 lakhs they mainly used for conducting some workshop for some activities they are doing in the college. But some students really wanted to have a small support like 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, 50,000 rupees. So to get their idea working, or they want to figure out like the stage 1 to stage 2. So the problem is students don't have access to funds. Parents may not be able to support. College may not be having funds where they can give to students. That time, Kerala government and Kerala Startup Mission introduced this scheme called Idea Grant. Now it just rebranded as to Innovation Grants. These grants will be provided to student entrepreneurs, but we were not very much limited to students. But I can say that in the first Idea Grant happened in 2017 and all, 80% of the grant recipients were students. So students have a very good idea, but their problem was a small amount of funds to convert their idea into some kind of prototype or MVP. When we started this initiative called this grant scheme, we can provide up to 2 lakh grant for any student who has an idea. You don't need to register a company. You don't need to repay the amount or anything. He can pitch his idea. He'll get fund through his college IEDC account usually. So that has, benefited a lot of colleges, and many students was able to develop their first prototype, or many students was able to realize their idea into a reality using these small funds. So after that, identifying this 2 lakh is not enough for advancing the next level. Now we have increased that grant amount to 2 lakh to now you can avail up to 20 lakh. In the idea stage, we are giving up to 3 lakh now. So that is one activity we have done. Then another thing, this IEDC network is a great resource support. People like veterans, people like very much experience. Sharin sir mentioned that time had only 5 IEDCs in the DST has given only 5 IEDCs. So like that, we with that network, actually many faculties were access to use lot of resources. Now central government is actively promoting student entrepreneurship through their new arm called Nidhi. Nidhi has different schemes. So one scheme is Nidhi DIR, which is a fellowship scheme provided by Nidhi DST. They provide fellowship to student entrepreneurs. They provide 30,000 up to 30,000 stipend for 12 months to 18 months period. And also there is a prototyping grant for hardware startup, which is available in NIT, TBI and Kerala Startup Mission. which is up to 10 lakh grant funding support for student entrepreneurs, those who want to create their prototype. So this is, I just covered the basic funding part. There are many other supports also we are providing. I'm taking a pause here. We will have a interaction definitely. Now I'm just giving to Preeti if there is any questions or any other points we want to touch on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fasil. So this again, okay, it was a brief, very brief description from Fasil on some of the activities that KSUM, Kerala Startup Mission is doing. And of course, we will come back to you. Meanwhile, I'll request Sharin sir to just briefly describe about their new activities in the BIRAC side. Sir, what are the different things that the student or rather any of the innovators from the health science side will be able to help? In between, I'll reserve my questions there. I think Dr. Deepthi is raising hand. She has some questions to ask, it seems. Dr. Deepthi?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Preeti.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to the speakers and guests of today. Thank you for joining us today, sir. My question is to Sharin, sir. Sir, I'm really impressed, and it reminds me a lot of other memories too when you mentioned about goal-oriented network that you had. Sir, on one side, it is of course very positive, and it brings a lot of new and I would also say energetic people who are enthusiastic. But sir, what I experienced over the very little experience that I have is it's difficult to maintain that momentum. Initially, it may attract a lot of people, and sustaining it is taking a little more effort. And I sometimes feel individually or collectively as a institute, I think we have to have certain strategies, perhaps customized for different streams. That is, if it is electrical or electronics related, a strategy to retain and also perhaps increasing the momentum and sustaining the growth. On sciences, as the trend goes, there are more and more startups coming up, and they're doing fairly well. So how to face this lacuna of momentum or a sudden shift? And the second thing is also to bring in more and more collaborations between the disciplines, sir. A lot of institutions, though we still focus on multidisciplinary or request all the stakeholders to think in to think in more and more collaborations between the disciplines, it is still somewhere a very traditional and conventional system. So these two are my questions, sir. I've heard great things about Amal Jyoti. I would like to congratulate you and the team on this platform.
Thank you very much, madam. I'm so happy to hear all these things from the faculty members. Here, I would like to share two things. One is the momentum is in our mind. Always we should be able to visualize something. If we are able to do this, our system can get this much output. I will give you one small example. When I normally, whatever the things I am doing in our college, I used to take it as a personal work. It is doing for me. Likewise, initially I will consider. One small example, when I started this program, I went for a faculty development program in PSG Coimbatore. PSG Coimbatore organized the program, and that coordinator came for a session, and he said that last year I went to US as a representative of Government of India. This year again I am going to China again as a representative of Government of India. That first moment onwards, I strike one thing in my mind. If I am doing very well to this in this area, I can also one day I can also travel abroad as a representative of Government of India. This was the first momentum. The every activity I used to keep close to my mind. But I'm sure that I will not go to some doors and knock. I record this opportunity. Instead of that, what we used to do. I used to compartmentalize our activity in 3-4 categories. One, I will find out the good team members who can sit even after 10 o'clock in the night. That selection will be so particular, and I used to experience the people who are committed, I used to sit with them. I used to say, go to the canteen and sit with them, and how the people are talking, and that momentum, that mindset, that commitment, that dreaming power, all those things will observe. If some particular student is good, I used to interact with some senior colleagues, and but I have identified this person. He is look like a interested person. If I am getting some more positive news from another point, then automatically I will check the capability of that particular candidate by giving one assignment with them to them. Then after giving the assignment, what I will do is I will sit with them and work with them. And we used to go out and so a small outing just for a tea. That's a cup of tea. And that closeness I will keep always. When I used to talk to them, always I will try to project, I will try to the showcase the happiness that we can get. After all, everybody is human being. If I am doing something, what I will get back. Now, I'm not talking about money, what I am getting back. What happiness I am getting back, what respect I can get, what output I can bring back to my home. What output I can bring back to my home is what the vision or what view that I am sharing to my kids. That is what I would like to discuss with them. Since we'll keep the team may not be very big like 50 or 20 like that, but 10-15 people will be there with me. Then after that, while selecting the faculty team member, I used to identify the capability of that particular team member. One particular team maybe, or one particular the faculty may be so keen and so capable in handling people. Then I will use the person like that. If one particular faculty or team is ready to support the students like anything by sharing their time, by spending with the students, or they have good mindset to share that innovative creativity is with him, then I will connect with them in that way. Then this is what I used to practice in case of the faculty members. Then what we used to do with the students, students will come and meet us during the working hours. I very casually, very briefly, I will talk with them and sit with them, and I will ask, you just come after 5 o'clock. We will be available in the seat. And if they are coming back after 5 o'clock, then that particular student will be so keen. And casually we will discuss, and some of the previous case studies we will share with them. This is what we gave to one team, and they developed like this. At least one or two teams we used to develop every year to showcase with them. Now what we are doing is every year during the first year orientation program, not in the initial orientation program, in the second semester, we used to get minimum 2 full days. In these 2 full days, we used to share what we are doing, what output you are getting. Whenever we meet the students, we have to be so particular that what they will get back. Students are so fast and they are living in the contemporary era. They are not ready to wait for 5 years to get an output. They want to know, if I am working with you, what I will get back. This one we will share, and as a second step, in between these 2 days, we will showcase the final year students or pre-final year students, what they experience, what they receive from us. Then the student side coordination will be coordinated with these students leaders. These student leaders will be that their experience and our experience will be extremely different. They will be so passionate, they will be so curious, they will be so risk-taking, and if we are running with them, we will get the student background very well. This is what we are doing in one side. Everything is this complete process is working under the passion. This passion is getting from the dream. This dream will be the output of the ambition that in one day I can go to US as a representative of Government of India. This is the basic inspiration that I received. But I will not knock even a single door, sir, can I get that opportunity? Instead of that, what I will do is I will commit myself to the work that I am doing right now. Fortunately, myself and Dr. Preeti were the team members for 2012 India Innovation Growth Program. We went there. I met her during that meeting only. We were there in US for 12 days. Okay, all those things are history. Okay, leave it. Then in another one side is very tough. In order to identify the innovators is easy. In order to identify the founders or startups will be too tough. Life is the mix of ups and downs. Sometimes we will get good results. Sometimes we will face the challenges. We should be able to face the challenges, and challenges will make you great. This is what I am experiencing every time. Since when normally we used to collect the innovators from the college itself. Otherwise, what we will do is we will go out to the different locations, and we will meet the people, and we will try to bring the people to the incubator. And another one, because of all these activities, we are somewhat strong in agriculture or rural technology or automation of farming. Likewise, some area we are doing, and we have some good case studies also. Then automatically the rural people will get attracted to us, and we used to share with them, we used to connect with them. Actually, we don't have even a single paise for seed funding, but we are connecting with different agencies. Last time Kerala Startup Missions, that idea grant, we were able to raise second highest number of the projects from all over all colleges from Kerala. This time, immediately after getting that target, I identified one thing. Next time, we have to be the top number. This is what the aim. Next time, last time, we reached the second position, and this time, next time, we have to be in the top. This is the dream. This dream we will run or implement with the help of the team members, and we will reach out to each and every class. It is not a simple task to reach out 40 plus classrooms, or 40, not 40, around 60 plus classrooms to reach out is not at all an easy task, but it is so easy for a student coordinator is concerned. Then we reached out to almost every classes, and we were able to get double the amount of finalists. Now final presentation is taking place. The second last topper is less than 50% of our applications who selected to the final stage. All these things will be coming from the dream of our mind. And we should be always passionate to the work. We should be able to disseminate the energy that you will get something if you are working well. I will support you. If you work with us, you will get this one. This is our dream. This is what our dream. Likewise, always motivation plays a big role. If they are doing well, then we should be able to place them like that. That somebody will work with us to get a good placement. We have to connect with the industry. We have good linkages with the industries. If somebody is working with us, surely I can connect with the industry. If somebody is working with us, surely I can connect with the funding agency. If somebody is doing very well and so passionate to be an entrepreneur, then we can connect with by providing all the linkages. This is all comes out of the dreams, and dream is an output of challenges. Thank you. This is what I would like to say related to Madam's question. And Preeti Madam mentioned one more question. I will brief up that. We have again there is a dream out of that technology business incubator too. When I joined here, students were running to the nook and corner of India to develop, Kerala, to develop a product. And they went to the Coimbatore. Every time they are going to Coimbatore to develop a small prototype. Then we identified that this is the responsibility of a faculty member to develop a tool room in our college. Actually, we wrote the proposal only to develop tool room, and we were able to establish the tool room. Beyond that, very good fab lab we were able to establish right now. Now the students are so happy. They used to come with us, and even 2 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, they used to sit with the faculty members. At least 5 faculty members will sit with them, and the biodata of that faculty members are really amazing. And I will give you one more example. Who is doing PhD in NIT Calicut right now, and his resume was wonderful. Only one candidate received part-time PhD during that admission time or that period. that was Ebi Burgess. Because of this experience, the resume, he was able to build the resume in a different way, and he got the placement there, the admission there in NIT Calicut for part-time BTech, part-time PhD. Okay, leave it. Likewise, I can showcase these outcomes to the other faculty members, and few of them will sit with us. Otherwise, senior students will come and sit with the junior students. They will work here, and those examples we should be able to generate, and we can work as a not as a machine, as a human being, most passionate, lovable, taken care we can give to the students, and they will give the wonders. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very
thank you
much.
so much, sir. Yeah. Yes, Diti ma'am. Yeah, so this is actually what Shirin sir was telling is really, I mean, the actual case in Amal Jodi. In fact, they have a very good group of very passionate students as well as faculty who are, working as a single team to promote this student innovations, especially. So for here also we have to, that is one thing which we have to make like a good team with the student innovators. So it's a request to all those who are present here, so that we need to strengthen our student team for who are looking for innovation. Another one which Sharin sir was telling is worth noticing, like it is the perseverance that the student innovators need to have. Like when you are asked to come after 5, yes, when you are really needy, definitely they will turn up after 5. So that one thing which actually motivates the ecosystem enablers or other teachers also, that shows the passion of the student. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, fine. Now again, any other questions from the audience? Any more questions? Okay, fine. So I think this with Fossil was mentioning about the innovation in entrepreneurship development cells, that is IEDC network, which they have, the KSUM has established throughout Kerala. That is again a wonderful thing. Again, maybe this is as an extension to Sharon sir's answer to Deepthi ma'am from the point of view of Kerala Startup Mission, which I would like to, or rather, I would request Fasil to explain about the IEDC network and the promotional activities that IEDC is doing to support the student entrepreneurship, and what our student entrepreneurs probably can get out of IEDC. We also do have an IEDC, but not as active as in many other institutions. Here, actually, we have Institution Innovation Council is more active compared to IEDC. So we also can make use of the IEDC in a better way. So, Fasil, if you could just explain in few sentences about how IEDC can help the student entrepreneurs, that will be great.
Sure. Yeah, I just had mentioned about the number of IDC we have established in Kerala. So we started this initiative, the IEDC initiative in 2014. The idea is, we have to inculcate the entrepreneurship culture. So we were thinking, what is the best time to, talk about entrepreneurship? What is the best time to give the idea of startups? So we identified this is the best time is while they are in college, because they have already selected a stream, and they should have done some studying in any of the branch, or first year they will definitely studying some basic engineering and all. So the next thing, the students want to, they have a lot of energy as well. So there are another advantage. I would say nobody has that advantage. That is the support of faculties and other support system a student have. So imagine a student is coming and asking for a help to anyone, not just a faculty, not just any member of the college, people outside the college and people in the industry as well. If I'm getting, or anyone is getting an email from a student saying that I'm a student saying this college and I need help for this particular problem, or I am trying to build this particular thing, I need your help, definitely that will be supported. The support is for sure. And the second advantage student has, they don't have a burden of other things like they don't have a burden of the expectation. Once they are out of the college, there are expectations from them. So that is another benefit. So we started this IDC initiative in 2014. Uh, so basically what we will do, we will have a nodal officer in college. Nodal officer will be a faculty member. That faculty member will be responsible for doing all the activities in that particular college. Some colleges, it will be more than one member. Depends upon the college. Some college, I think, up to 5-member team is there. So we will provide all the information, all the necessary tools and resources to promote entrepreneurship culture in that particular college. So far we have established 350 colleges, which includes premier institute like NIT. There are medical colleges, there are agriculture universities, arts and science colleges. Predominantly, it has engineering college to some level because Kerala has good number of engineering colleges. So we will provide, earlier we used to give all colleges 2 lakh rupees as a grant, where it will be given as a one student member and a faculty. It will not go to a principal level or a academic director level. It will create a lot of complexity. So this 2 lakh can be spent any student. It will be a joint account between student and this nodal officer. It can be used for any activity, any workshops, courses, industrial visit, any activities they want to conduct related to innovation and entrepreneurship in that particular campus. So now we have extended that. Now we are giving some colleges up to 10 lakh. So recently, this IIT Institute Innovation Committee has conducted a regional meet in Kochi. I think Kerala regional meet was in Kochi. They conducted in total 16 locations, but in our area it happened in Kochi. So I came to know in all India they have set up 250 colleges. Then I said to director, we have set up in Kerala alone 350 plus colleges. So he actually wondered and he asked, how did you set up this much number of colleges in Kerala itself? So now we are discussing how we can have collaborative plans. So the IDCs, there are few benefits of IDC. One, this faculty and students can be part of the IDC network. IDC network is itself now is a great community of innovators and innovation promoters and leaders of that particular colleges. A lot of startups also there. So this network has grown its own way. We are not anymore controlling this network. A lot of faculties as part of, from Trivandrum to Kasaragod, good faculties is part of this network. They are sharing information and knowledge on a daily basis. A lot of faculties is doing tremendous work to promote innovation and entrepreneurship. Once you are closely associated with the IDC, you will be able to gather lot of information from out of your college as well. That gives a lot of exposure. Second thing, if you want to get your idea funded, that is possible through multiple levels. One is idea grant. Second thing, there are innovation drives to fund student ideas. We conduct innovation drives exclusively for colleges. The third thing would be mentors. If you want to connect mentors from any particular industry or a particular area, or if you are facing some troubles related to a particular problem, definitely these faculties will be able to find you mentors in different routes. They have a very good network, or they can find from people like Kerala Startup Mission or community organization like Kerala Startup Mission, or Institution Innovation Council has a good network. So they will be able to do that. The third thing, there are a lot of showcasing opportunities for entrepreneurship. One, there is a innovation portal. In the portal, there are different challenges, competitions happening. Also, there's a big event called IDC Summit. IDC Summit is actually one of the largest student entrepreneurship conference in Kerala, which used to happen in different colleges. I think in 2018, Amal Jyoti Engineering College was hosting the same. That time we had more than 6,000 students across Kerala was participating and joining different mind-blowing knowledge session workshops, expos, different talks, technology experiential zones, and everything. That could be a very good opportunity to students get exposure and get to know what are the things other students from Kerala is working on. Third thing, we are trying to connect with many industries. So recently, one thing now is going on. Amazon is conducting an innovation challenge in the country in association with the Hostel Fund. Hostel Fund is a venture capitalist fund investing on student startup. So Amazon engineers, Amazon senior officials will sit with these students to, help their identified problems in a better way. These are the some benefits you can get through IDCs. IDCs is a great source of knowledge, resource, and connections. We channelize it through a faculty member, get connected to that faculty member, network, interact with other IDC members. IDC and Institute Innovation Council also a good resource center in the colleges. So that's I'm briefly saying about IDC. I would be happy to take any questions related to IDC. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Faisal, for that very detailed explanation. Now, Deepti ma'am, you have raised the hand again, or is it the
Yeah,
same?
I did, Preeti. No, I just want to, it's not a question, Fazil. Thank you very much for your very brief but yet very effective one. What you mentioned about the student zone, or, the liberty they have or the choice they have, is very true. They have a very good safety net, and I would like to call IIC and now the IEDC, all these are the safety nets that they could really try, and even if they fail they wouldn't really fall. you I mean, institutions like these would actually catch them and ensure whether they are fit for the market, or what they have to polish up. So thank you very much, and congratulations on the good work. That's all from my side, Preeti, here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Any more questions? Yeah, if there are nothing more, I think I would request Sharin sir to just brief about some of the student innovations that they had in Amal Jyoti, which they could take to the next level. Sharin sir,
Yes, yes.
I'm sure some of the stories will definitely motivate our innovators, our student innovators.
Okay, thank you again. Actually, as I said, that procedure first, once again, I will explain. We used to organize the programs right from the first semester onwards. That first semester program will be just 15 minutes. Our senior students will meet the first year students. And we are part of Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, and we are from the third year or final years. My experience is we have a good ecosystem. If you are interested in innovation and creative activities, you can join with us. And presently, I have a number of projects. I have these many advantages. I traveled this much to participate in different programs. All those things will be maximum 15 minutes, and we will leave them. We will not follow up. We will not run behind them, and we will ultimately we will leave them. Then, right from the beginning of the second semester on, during the college visit, that is part of this AICT, that orientation program, they will come to TBI, they will come to IEDC, and they will get own experience. And during the second year, we will organize an exclusive program for 2 days. The specialty is we will not take extra hours during that orientation program. 9 to 5, exactly 9 to 5, not 9 to 5. That mindset will be, students' mindset will be like that. They may not be so much passionate to attend the meeting. We will not conduct the program for a big audience, maximum 75 students for one program, but simultaneously 2 or 3 venues we will organize, and 2 or 3 programs we will conduct. We have in-house speakers, and in the initial time, the external speakers were invited, and they used to run the session. Now, in that second session, in the 2 days event, first of all, we will be showcasing the motivation, and faculty innovators, faculty entrepreneurs, we will showcase. The second day, exclusively, we will leave with the students. Students will be two types. One type is on leadership quality, leaders who is conducting the program, who is running the show, who is taking the leadership of organizing everything. Those leaders we will exhibit to them, and they will interact personally, they will interact with them. And as a part of the innovation promotion, again, another set of students will meet them who is doing wonderful innovations. This is what we are doing, we used to do. Then that day evening, we will invite them to visit TBI. Then during that period, the visit, senior students will be available in the TBA, and they will just share that this is what we are doing. You can come and sit with us. You can enjoy the facility. You can use all these facilities. Likewise, some level of personal interactions will take place, and 75 students will go back to home, and next day around 20% from this group will come to the TBI, and again they will sit with them, they will enjoy with them. Then finally at least 2, 3 or 5 students we will get from all these 75 batches. All the batches who is having 75 team students, the numbers. Then, but you know what we will do, and we will as a next step, we will meet them to ask them to apply for the projects, the competitions. Then we will not direct everybody from the first stage onwards to participate in the competition. So do you like to join with us? I have a project, we are doing this one. If you are interested, you can. We will identify the student. One student is so keen, then we will ask them to join with the seniors. And seniors will do something that follow, the junior students will follow that. This is the procedure we used to follow, and after getting the fund, we will ask them to build the resume right from the first year onwards, and they used to start the resume building. After seeing the resume, automatically many more students used to visit us. This is what we are doing. Then we will connect them to the industry, we will connect to the planters, we will connect to the different people, and they will come up with different projects. One day, one student came to us and said that, sir, I have an idea. What is an idea? You, sir, the dye application, for the dye application on comb machine, is it possible to develop? They worked well, and they developed on machine, and after seeing the technology, one industry came to us, sir. They came from Pune, exactly from Pune, and they transferred the technology to them. This is what we were doing during that period. And another team came to us and said that we have a good idea. The people who are collecting latex from the rubber plantation, they are facing a lot of problems, and how to automate, how to help them. Instead of taking the rubber latex in a bucket, is it possible to do something extra? And you know what happened? That product didn't enter to the market even now, but they developed many more small products, and they are in the market, and they raised around 80 lakh rupees as a seed fund for all these projects. This is what they achieve right now. And but they were able to study the different parameters of different specialities of human body. Finally, they developed a good container. That container, just instead of a bucket, they developed a backpack, just like a backpack concept, and they tried around 20 different variants of that. Now they are again working with that. Many the challenges are there. They are trying to solve it, but they developed the Aracanite husking tool, likewise many more tools, and all those tools are available in the market. This is one side. In another side, you know what we did. The plantation, once one team member came to us and, sir, is it possible to develop a machine to tie the pineapple saplings? Pineapple sapling business is a very good business, and we were completely unaware about that, and we developed a machine, After developing that machine, many people, many MSME sector people came to us and said that, sir, we want the machine like this. And the first version was around 40 kg weight. And then they came to us and said, sir, is it possible to convert that 40 kg into 10 kg? Because lady employees are working in our plantation, and ups and downs or hills and valleys are there. It is not easy to carry 40 kg machine to the nook and corner of every plantation. And based on that, we developed 9 models, and ninth model was a very good one. And then during that time, some of the staff members who are so keen to this area were supporting the students to develop the machine. As an output of this initiative, I was able to identify around 5 most innovative students, the creative students who are ready to work with such kind of the projects. Then I connected them to the Kutanat pumping water pumping system, and they're also doing very well. Then, you know, what is the output of all these initiatives? We were able to connect with less than 5% of students. I was the head of the department during that period. The output of this initiative is almost every student from my department were get placed because of this coordination. Students who were working well, less than 5 to 10%, and in between 5 to 10%. After finding the people, oh, these people are building their resume like this, and the other students started to work related to the academic activities, and that class was extremely one rememberable batch, and was doing very well, and everybody placed in a good position. This is output of start taking a small initiative. We did a small initiative, but the reflection was very inspirative one. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sharon sir. Thank you. Any questions we can take from the audience? From the student side, anything? Fine. Fasil, anything you have to speak more about the ecosystem or anything? I just have one question. You mentioned about the funding that you can provide to the student innovators, right? So I believe there are for the Idea Fest, you have Idea Grant, you have in fact 3 levels, like the basic, the next level, the commercialization and scale up sort of things, right? If you could just explain how it goes, how the selection is done, and whether it should be like from the basic to scale up or to commercialization, how it should be. If you could just explain for the sake of those student innovators, that would be great.
Definitely, definitely. I think that is very relevant now because the Idea Grant application is now open till 31st of
Is it
this
still
month.
open?
Yes, it's still open. It's got extended to up to 31st this month, 31st August.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
So I
great news.
think it's very relevant now. So
Yeah.
basically the whole idea of the grant makes sure that early stage risk funding is available. It's very difficult to raise funds when you don't have a proper business model is in place, and you don't have cash flow on your business. And it's very difficult to, you know, create trust between, you know, on a private investor or a third party to create a trust. That's why state has come up with a great tool. At that time in 2017, this was the one initiative which is available in India. Now there are multiple options available. So this is one unique opportunity for startups. We really encourage students more to go and apply this. So basically there are this fund is giving us 3-4 levels. The first level, as I just mentioned before, this is on an idea level. You have an idea and you have done some work behind it, and you have researched the problem well. You know, or you identified this solution will work. So, but you want to build a prototype of this solution, or you want to try that solution will work or not. So that time, that is the riskiest part to get funding. On that period, we can give fund up to 3 lakh, which is 3 lakh we are giving on a idea stage. We are not expecting product or company registration, nothing. For students, we can actually easily disperse the funds using like the IEDC. We can disperse the fund through IEDC. There is an option which is a unique option. Otherwise, us government entity or any professional body can't give funds to a individual person. So now we can give through IEDC. That is, students are coming from a college having IEDC. This is a unique advantage. So this, once you have received this 3 lakh or you have already moved to another stage, so you have already developed some prototype or you have developed a minimum viable product of your solution, you shown that solution to some customers or potential buyers of the solution and they are interested. Some of them may be using on a free basis, not the paid basis, and you understand the solution works, but you want to develop the solution properly. So that time you will have to use professional tools. Maybe you will need better people and better tools to develop this. That time we can give a grant up to 7 lakh. That is the next category. The first category is 3 lakh for idea. Then next category is 7 lakh for productizing your idea. The third one is market acceleration grant, where you want to pump some money to get a product in the market. Maybe some hiring marketing people, or you want to have some marketing tools for reaching more and more potential buyers of your product. That is a 10 lakh grant for market acceleration. And also we provide up to 15 lakh grant for companies looking for scaling up, looking for their product into the next level. That is 15 lakh. For that you will need revenue. All these are grants, right? I think I don't need to say grants are free money where you can get, and you only need to submit utilization certificate, and you have to follow what is the guideline that grant saying. So that is a great tool. I referring Sharin Sar's words. So that is a great tool everybody can use. This does not cost you shares of your company or anything. You can get free money. So far, I think we have given more than 20 crores grants to around 400 companies. That is itself shows how many how easy it is to get the grants. I think that's also a large number. Now, there are other options as well. Now, Government of India has introduced Startup India Seed Fund, which can give up to 50 lakh funding for a startup. That is not completely grant. It has some loan component also there. So I would simply say there are a lot of funding available for the entrepreneurs, a lot of other support system available for the entrepreneurs. If you look at any big corporate, they have all started a innovation zone or corporate innovation zone in any company, be it in Maruti Suzuki, be it Marico Foundation, HPCL, BPCL. Everybody is now welcoming startups and they are ready to work with startups. So you can just visit grants.startupmission.in, grants.startupmission.in. I'll just type in that here as well in the chat, which can see everyone. Please go through that. If you are an innovator, you have not set up a company, don't worry, you can apply for the idea grant 3 lakh to get things started. So please make use of this opportunity.
Fasil, there are actually two questions. One is, yeah, of course, another from Deepthi ma'am also. The first one is from Trijo sir from Sri Buddha College. This idea grant is available for faculty?
Yes, faculty can also take this grant. If faculty has not set up a company, they can avail up to 3 lakh. If some faculties has registered a company in some, last week I was talking to faculties in Coforce. Some of them have a company in place with Startup India recognition and all. They'll be able to get large amount of funding, maybe 10 lakh or 15 lakh, they'll be able to get according to their stage and revenue of the company.
Sharon sir, while we go for the questions from Deepthi ma'am, you have a question in the chat box. Deepthi ma'am?
Yeah, Preeti.
Yes, I'm saying that.
No, Deepthi ma'am, your question. You were raising the hand,
And
right?
after that, yes,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah, fine. Yeah. Sharon sir, the question
Yes,
is
I'm going through that question right now.
fine.
Okay. It was a nice question. Actually, some examples of the projects we developed and problems that faced during the development. The recent example was every year at least we used to develop one prominent equipment. That is our goal. Last year we developed that pineapple sapling binding machine. Actually, we went to the farm without knowing much. One particular person came to our college and interacted with us. Is it possible to reduce the weight of the equipment that you developed by 1/4 of its original weight? That itself was a challenge. We went there. When we went there, that gentleman discussed a lot of things, and it was so informative. That person who is a farmer or a planter, and he said that, sir, I have 35 acres of pineapple sapling, pineapple cultivation in this the land. I have many more lands like this, and around 235,000 saplings are available in this plantation. And they said that we used to apply fertilizer. One conventional tool they were using, automatically this particular the plant required 50 grams of fertilizer. And we used to keep a small equipment, and we used to apply a fertilizer manually with a small what to say, the sample 50 grams can hold in that particular equipment, and they can put over the earth. And they said that we face two problems to solve this in this process. Then the plant is something different. When that employees not carefully, they have to apply the fertilizer carefully. Otherwise, the plant will damage their eye or body or other parts. That is what one problem they were facing. And another one, the example they said, one particular person have to apply around 35 kilogram of fertilizer per day, and the owner can't visit every time or follow up every employees. One nice day, that owner was traveling through the plantation, and he identified that that the fertilizer accumulated in one particular location. And what they were doing was, they will put it all 35 kilograms, they will put in a single place, and they will sleep, used to sleep, and came back to the office or that location for tea and lunch. After that, again they will sleep. Likewise they were following the things. And this particular planter says that, sir, this is having a big issue. If I am applying 10 grams extra, on the first case, if I am applying 10 grams extra, this 10 grams will not be feed to the plant. That is one problem. But that 10 grams will melt with water, and that water will be penetrated to the well which is available nearby that plantation. That is harmful for the nation. That is one thing. And if I can save 10 grams, 2 lakh into 10 grams into 3 or 4 times they will apply the fertilizer per year. When we should hear this news from him, and we started to think, oh, this is this is an area where the engineering students have to think. And now we are developing a machine which can apply fertilizer exactly 50 grams or exactly 20 grams means 20 grams. Likewise, we are developing a machine, we are working with a machine. And another thing he said, these plants having a specialty. The glands of the plants will open during the night hours, 6 to 6. After sunrise, the glands will get closed. After that sunrise, the plants will not suck the fertilizer from the mud. That means if the fertilizer is over the mud for a long hours without taking it back or absorbing by the plant, that will be again polluting the atmosphere. If we can develop a machine like that, at least 5 to 4 to 6 or 5 to 7, likewise, if we can apply, the output will be extremely different. Not only in case of money saving as part of the fertilizer quantity of fertilizer that we are using, but this is a service to the society. This was the inspiration that we were able to share with the students. They started to work. This is the only inspiration we were able to share with the students. They started to work to develop a new machine. This is what we are presently we are working. And this particular gentleman said many more ideas, and we are working. Some secrecy is there since I am not able to express all those things in public, and the idea is held by him only. We are just supporting them. And another one day we went to not only in farming side. Another one day we went to one of the rubber plantation processing unit, and they shown the waste which is coming out of that plant. That the huge amount of water is wasting, pollute water, which is polluting the nearby rivers and all. And when we watch it, it is very mild quantity of rubber, the rubber content was available in that wastewater. But they started to store the water in a kind of one big pool, and they started to extract, absorb, or eliminate water and these rubber particles. They were able to raise good quantity of rubber content from this wastewater. And finally, they said, sir, we have again we have the problem. Is it possible to develop a technology which can convert this wastewater to a drinker, at least agriculture sector?
Grey
Instead of
water.
sending that wastewater to the river, is it possible to convert it, which can be used in the farming? But that means chemicals should not be there in the wastewater. Likewise, we are working with another one project, and we developed that in the farming side. As I earlier said, that aracanid husking tool we developed. Then cardamom washing machine, not cardamom polishing, cardamom washing machine we developed. And that knife, rubber tapping knife is painful process. We are continuing that process for 400 or 500 trees. It will be painful for us, and in order to reduce the pain or strain of the hand, one more equipment we are developing. And another one equipment now we developed that what I don't know the English, kanni straining machine. Straining equipment we have developed. Likewise, some works, that machine is almost over, and we are planning to, we are ready for technology transfer right now. And in this way, we are working with many projects. That is our experience.
That's great, Sharon sir. I think Deepti ma'am has some more doubts to ask.
Yeah, one question, but before I ask that, I would like to bail out or claim that it is my opinion, it is not the institute's opinion. This question is to Fasil. Fasil, you have very well said that it is difficult to, sort of utilize funds in a government setup. My question is related to that context. And please excuse me if it is my ignorance to say this, but in my knowledge, what I felt is many of these both public and private organizations which are aiming to support startups are sort of not really supporting the background work that is which is unconventional. Like, how do we augment it? Like, if a group of faculty are interested, but then we have multiple channels to cross. I don't want to call them hurdle, but for some of them, even in private institutions, it is a hurdle. And then if we want to, like, say, we want to do a grassroots check that, okay, what are the problems in at the grassroots level that we could, list out and then put it forth for the students to ask if any of them are interested in further exploring. To do that, it takes a lot of field work as well as certain budget, or the financial constraint. All these, some faculty of course put money from their pocket and explore. Some other times it may not be possible. So is there anything particularly with KSUM that supports such unconventional background work or the groundwork? I would also like to ask second question about, I remember there is something especially for the women entrepreneurs in the KSUM. Yeah, Sri Shakti or something like that. I don't fully remember the scheme. So under that, is there any special provision for the female, uh, faculty? These are the two questions. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not pointing out anything particular to NIT Calicut, but in general, I have noticed this. So I wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, very good question. I also, I think others also will join with me. We agree there is some constraint is there. That is a reality because I personally visited more than 50 colleges in Kerala itself. I have been talking to more than 100 faculties of different, engineering colleges, like institution like NIT, IIT Palakkad, and also self-financing engineering colleges. In some institutions, which is the faculty, the primary role of faculties is to teach. They are not much encouraged to entrepreneurship or explore further on the entrepreneurship or industry areas. But the expectation is on other side. Last month, I, I think beginning of this month, we were having a roundtable regarding related to IIC regional meet. So that time, everybody is expecting faculties are coming with real industry knowledge and exposure and everything. But the other side of this, faculties are when it comes to funding or any other tangible thing or any relaxation on work, that is not much encouraged. So, coming to your questions, we don't have a special scheme particularly for faculties, but in my personal opinion, there is a huge scope if faculty can collaborate with entrepreneurs outside the campus. So that has a huge potential because faculties has their own unique advantage in terms of domain knowledge, access to labs and some resources, and some connections and knowledge which can be only available for faculties. I would say they can really has tremendous knowledge and accessibility is there. That could be one option to explore. We don't have right now. We don't have specific funding schemes for faculties, but there is a grant component is there. Especially as you rightly mentioned, some products will have deep research R&D component. There is a R&D grant which is 30 lakh for startups doing tremendous R&D. Why I am not saying that in the previous list of the funding, which is we are not very much actively promoting that because we have a limited funds available. We want to promote in the in the end of the cycle, the real commercialization. We want to promote more. I'm coming to the second question about special grant for women. Yes, we do have. We have a grant, which is the same grant only, productization grant for women and transgender. We are giving up to 12 lakh. Usually, we provide productization grant up to 7 lakh for anyone who applies. For if it is a woman founder has large shareholder in that particular company, we can provide this particular productization grant up to 12 lakh, which is 7 lakh for a normal applicant. For women, we can provide up to 10. That is the funding scheme we have right now. And also, maybe you can, if you have a large R&D component and you are spending some money for patent, we have a patent reimbursement scheme available. Upon a successful patent, we can provide up to 10 lakh for international patent and 2 lakh for Indian patent. For that, you don't have to be a startup. If you are an innovator, also you can get. That will be I'm not saying this is a complete relaxation, but somehow it will help, I guess. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you, Fasil. Yeah, you did partially. My only request is, in your capacity, please see if you could, support certain soft skills and groundwork where you don't have any tangible result, but we could conduct some tours or trips with students to certain villages or interstate things. Currently, a lot of us, it's not just NIT Calicut, we are part of this IAC network, and we have this mentor mentee thing. When we visit these institutions also, some of them do express that we want to send our students, but then there is this financial constraint. So, at least some travel support and things like that under different heads, if you could encourage, I think that would be a great
Yeah,
initiative.
I understood that. That is really a serious requirement, because exposure is something I
Yes.
believe that will help a lot of other things. We cannot solve a problem which is not exposed to us, something we don't know. So that is very much important. I'll take a note that I'll
Thank
be
you.
definitely passing it to forums.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all from me, Preeti. I think I took a lot of time. Sorry.
Not at all, because it's actually a good, piece of information to others also who are attending the session. So thank you, Deepthi ma'am, for that, this kind of, explanation that you asked for. So any more questions from anybody? I think, yeah, it's almost time for us to wind up also. If there are no other questions, let's, close the session. So it was Fasil, Sharon sir, anything you want to add more?
No, nothing.
Okay, right. So thank you, both of you. It's been very much engaging, this 1.5 hours. I'm sure even if the students who did not have much questions also must have definitely, benefited out of this session, because it was a variety of topics that we discussed here, starting from the grant and, how we can, some of the innovations that we had in different sectors, and some funding opportunities. All these things are discussed. Now we have a lot more to tell, but if you come up with more questions, there could have been more information flow in this session. But nevertheless, we will reserve it for some other day. We can have them again if you feel so. So with great happiness, I would like to thank both of you, my dear friends, Sharon sir and Fasil, for taking this much of time to share with us about the great experiences that you had and good piece of information that you are working with. So thank you very much, Sharon and Fasil, for joining us for this session on enabling the ecosystem for innovations and startups in Kerala. And thank you once again. And thanks to all the participants who attended this session, especially the external participant, Trijo sir. I can see Trijo sir from Sri Buddha has joined us for the session. And Deepthi ma'am, Chandrasekhar sir, Kumaravel sir, so all those faculty members. And then we have many of our student innovators like Santo, Shamla ma'am, all those people who have been attending, have been looking for some of the information from you. I'm sure they must have got enough. So thank you very much. Thank you once again, and permit me to close the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. One more
Thank you.
just a small information. Actually, Madam discussed about the women entrepreneurship initiatives. Just I was doing some work related to that in between. Kerala Startup Mission called for women entrepreneurship training programs, expression of interest. I will share that mail to Preeti ma'am, and she can share that to you also. And they invited proposals or expression of interest to conduct women entrepreneurship programs. Okay,
Sure,
thank you.
sir.
That's all.
Please do share. Please do share. We will try to do
Sure,
that.
sure,
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you.
Yeah,
Thank
bye.
you.
Sir, it's
Bye.
great.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you both.
Bye. Thank you.